Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some pretty cool news to go and talk about over here, where for us, we actually have another big glimmer of hope. So, as you guys may have seen today and also yesterday, we did also go and confirm this earlier on today. If you guys saw the videos, I did go and call this, and in all honesty, it's kind of a pretty commonplace thing at this day and age, but we actually had a really huge and once again, pretty massive PlayStation Direct drop. Now, it is only like 5 o'clock as I'm making this video, so there actually still might be stock available once again. But I also just want to go talk about the fact that we've been seeing such nice and positive vibes when it comes to a lot of these different things. Or it kind of seems like now news articles are picking this up. People in general are picking this up. We're seeing lots of folks actually finally receiving their consoles. And it does kind of seem like hope is actually there. Like after all these months and all this time, it does really feel like we're actually getting like a sigh of relief. Or if someone really has this random weird dream of, hey, I want to go and finally get my console. I want to go and like be able to go just go to Walmart and check it out. That it's actually finally starting to get there. So this is kind of, to me, this is cool news. This is fun, and what we kind of talked a little bit on yesterday too, but now this is like where it's getting to the mainstream. That was where I actually finally saw a comment on normal Reddit itself being like, whoa, it's actually kind of easy to get a console. And I haven't heard that in years, like not even joking, literal years. So a lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of cool things to talk about, and just nice stuff. So make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. We do have the Amazon links down below for the PS5 Digital and all that good old sign-up stuff. We have the Twitter and Twitch stream as well, linked down below. We do keep on heavily mentioning up the brand new Howl link down below, which is for the $200 in free signups for the Samsung links. So please go and check those on out. A little bit of cough up there still. And overall, we have everything else, like the Target links, everything else to tied on in. So check those on out. So first and foremost, as I mentioned, as of at least the time of me recording this video, it might depend, or maybe a little bit ago, depending, and stuff, because I just had a chance to stop off of work and pop over here to do this. But as of right now, if I try to go and load up this nice, good old, solid PlayStation Direct, guess what? Once again, there is no queue, no pop-up, and we still have the nice, easy sign in to buy, sign in to buy. So I'm just going to assume, as of right now, at least at the time of me recording this video, is that this is looking good. This is looking like you can make, it might be worth checking. Like, it might depend. Obviously, it takes like 10 minutes to make the video, make the thumbnail, it might be 30 minutes from now, might be an hour from now, or whenever it may be. Maybe it's 5 hours from now, it might not be up in stock, they do still sell out at this point. But kind of how we talked about from yesterday, this is great news. Like, this is phenomenal news to see. Number one, because we had the individual email invite, which I think we actually saw over here, where we were literally seeing folks on top of this, seeing like, hey, like, look at this. Like, this is the normal queue. So this is like, we had number one wave of invites, number two, public. In public, you guys might still have to go get your console. So we had this, we made the video on this earlier in today confirming it, and well, it happened. Like, I mean, duh, like, we had the email, we knew it was happening. But for this, I love this. So we had the individuals, and I had quite a few folks tweet at me, and a few YouTube comments as well. And probably if I go and stream on Twitch, go definitely follow the Twitch. Or if you guys even got one, send me a picture. Like, I love seeing that stuff on Twitter. Please send me a picture on Twitter. I love it. But yeah, dude, this was great. Like, there was almost no issues, no hiccups, almost nothing wrong with this at all. I was phenomenal. It was great. It was perfect. But as well, as we mentioned, the part two is that the drop might even still be ongoing. This is like maybe 3-4 hours after the fact too as well, kind of how I said yesterday, where for me, like, you might just like go, I'd say go check. If you guys want to get your console, go check. But basically for this one, any orders placed after 11 a.m., 2 p.m. Monday through Friday will be processed in 2 business days, and they ship free too as well, with additional items and PS Plus, I believe. But like, look, like, if you really want to, just think based on this stuff, I think you're fine. I think you're good. I think you could literally go get a console even right this second. Now, if you guys see this later, I'm not trying to debate you or anything like that. Me like, oh, he said we could do this, and then we just didn't, for whatever reason. But, like, this has been cool. Like, it kind of gives us that buffer, and it kind of gives people hope. So, number one, we've even now been seeing these kind of bigger articles over here discussing this. So, even like Comic Book Gaming. New PlayStation 5 restock provides hope for the future. Like, when was the last time we've had any PlayStation 5, like, hope, where we're like, oh my god, I'm so happy to finally get my console. Oh my god, I'm excited I get to finally go and get the hookup. Oh my god, like, it's finally easy for me to get all this stuff. It's been a while. Like, I have not seen people be in this mindset where it's like, oh, it might be kind of easy to get a console, ever since they literally came out. It's insane. So I think the one big thing is, as I mentioned, I was even going through some Reddit comments, and even some of the Reddit comments themselves were basically like, "Oh my good golly gracious, we can like just easily go get one." Like someone literally has said nonchalantly, "Oh, it's kind of easy to get a PlayStation 5 nowadays." I have barely seen people with that mindset. I have barely seen people out there that are like, "Oh my god." And I think we're finally almost so close getting over that hump where we could just hopefully walk into Best Buy, Target, Walmart Plus, whatever it may be, and easily get our consoles. And I think this kind of ties into, because we've seen so many people, like here, it's like, "Oh my god, it came with the cute little cat also included." Even though I had the dog shirt on for God knows why over here. But like, hey, like, look, I came from my PS Direct invite, which probably was a few days ago, or even literally from yesterday. This is cool. Like, people are excited, dude, as well. Like, look at this guy. It's like, ha ha ha, yes. After 2 years and 6 months of waiting, I finally own a PlayStation 5 disc version on July 27th, 2022. Like, these are people that are like, also, this guy bought literally everything. Like, Sony should have sold this guy a bundle, or this guy should have hit up GameStop or something, because they got a lot of controllers, got a lot of plates, and they're probably pretty excited about all this, I'll be honest. But as you guys see, like, people are finally getting hopeful stuff. Like, here's like even people being excited. Like, it's like, "Oh my god, after all this time, we finally got our console." Like, look. This is the normal one, too. It's not even the Horizon one as well. Though, in case you guys have been curious, a lot of the Horizon bundles have been staying up a little bit longer. It makes sense. I mean, big duh, because, they cost a bit more, so people would rather get like this one, like, perfect example, than not. But even then, like, I think a lot of people are cool just paying the $50 because you still get a game with it. And like, we're still seeing stuff over here where like people are like, "Hey, there's still bundles available." And this is on both the, I think, digital, and it was also on the Horizon side too as well. And this is sick. Like, this is actually sick. So we have been seeing a few of them sell out, don't get me wrong. But I think the bundles have definitely been lasting a lot longer. And, like, obviously it depends on when you guys see this video. I think when I just checked, I think it should be all good. And I've also asked someone else before, and they said, yeah, I was still in stock. So we'll see. I mean, maybe like 45 minutes from now, maybe, because it has been up a little while, They can always go from there. But that just makes me happy. It's like, guess who has a thumb and a PS5? And they're getting their boxes, and they finally get to use their, controller, and they finally get to rot the stuff on out. I love this. Like, this is so cool. Like, this is so fun. Like, people are, I'm showing you guys this, and, like, people are like, "Oh my god." And like I said, we even now are seeing these mainstream, like, kind of, again, at least in terms of gaming-wise, like gaming news-wise, like these more mainstreamer-type places being like, "Oh my god, there's a PS5 restock providing hope for the future." The latest restock of Sony's PlayStation 5 console should provide customers with a newfound sense of hope for the future just to literally get their restocks. When was the last time we saw stuff like this? In a general sense, ever since the PS5 first launched back in 2020, the hardware has been incredibly hard to come by. Even though fan excitement directed towards the PS5 has dropped off a bit, the console is still almost never seen on store shelves, which is still true. Although we have been seeing these PS Directs getting bigger stock, we have been seeing them getting more hookup, which has been nice to see. And we'll just have to more so wait until, like, say, a Best Buy, Amazon, Walmart, or Target are in stock for multiple hours, because, I mean, I think most people, funny enough, even though the PS Directs are great, I think just more people are familiar with buying from Walmart. Maybe even more people are more comfortable, like, say, moms, or maybe someone who's slightly older, just buying stuff, say, from Walmart or Target, which makes sense, or just literally buying it in store. So even though the excitement has also been going on here, it's kind of fallen down a little bit, though. We've had a lot of people get some good success, which has been great for the PS5 today, and it just looks like this is just great. So Sony itself also hailed this, as we talked about here, for its PlayStation Direct, and this isn't really a rarity, because even we had one yesterday, like I said, that went really, really, really good. And just a lot of people are happy. Now, this article is kind of wrong, because they said after today's restock, they didn't sell it immediately. That's kind of been untrue for the past, like, 2 or 3 weeks. I mean, like, I kind of track this stuff a lot more and watch this, a little bit more too as well. But it just kind of goes to show that even when the normie folks, you think like the Kotakus, the IGNs, these types of like news sources or whatever, like whenever they're like, "Hey, it's getting a little bit easier," that's when it kind of spreads like wildfire. Which in theory might be fine, because it does seem like it's getting a little bit more chill. I really do feel like if someone's really on top of this stuff and really like looking for this stuff, you could probably get your console pretty quick. And I think right now a lot of folks are more so waiting for like, "Hey, like, can I just go get the normal console, $500 console, or maybe the digital finally after all this time, instead of these Horizon bundles, or more say like think an Anton Line or GameStop bundle." And that type of stuff makes me happy, because that just gives us hope for the future. And that's kind of crazy that we're now seeing articles and headlines like this, when even maybe 6 months ago, this would have been heresy to see. So this has been a good day. So if you guys want to check the PS Direct, feel free to check on the how link down below for that free money and free savings for 100% sure. Go do that literally right now. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the Twitter and Twitch stream too. We got the Weeble, we got the Coinbase, and the Target links all down below. We'll probably have one more video kind of sneaking on into as well, so be on the lookout for that. And I appreciate you guys all so much for watching in the first place.